guys, I hope your week is going well. But I thought this would be kind of a fun video to do because I've tried out some products or encountered some products lately that have kind of, I don't know, disappointed me, or I've encountered some surprises that I want to share with you guys and think you should be aware of. So, you know, I kind of got this idea from Mr. Kong's mom. She does a Friday's Favorites and Flops video. And I think it's a good idea to share stuff that is not so good in kind of an informal way. First up, this past weekend, you know, I went to Trader Joe's with my mom and I picked up in that video the new Trader Joe's moisturizing gel with aloe vera. I was really excited about this product. It looked good on first impression. I have a video talking about aloe and its benefits in skincare, aloe juice specifically, how putting straight aloe plant on your skin can cause problems and that it's better to use aloe in products rather than kind of DIYing it yourself. But anyways, I picked this up with enthusiasm. You guys were excited about it. Oh my gosh, how did I not notice this? It has menthol in it, but boy does it ever have menthol in it. You know, sometimes menthol will be in products kind of low and you may not notice it. Wow, this is like washing your face with mouthwash. It is horrible. It's like Vicks Vapo Rub. So yeah, I know I was excited about it in my video when I looked at it, but I've got to warn you guys, this is awful, awful. Do not put this on your face. It's very drying, and with that menthol in it, if you have rosacea, this is like a forest fire on your face. I don't have rosacea. My face was all red when I put this on. I was like, what? And then I flipped it over and I'm like, oh, face plant. It's got all this menthol in it. So that was a bad mistake, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So yeah, don't get this. You know, it's not expensive, but don't get it. All right, then another to be aware, I mentioned recently that I have started using the Roche Posay CICAPLAST Balm B5. I've talked about this in other videos. I love it. It's fantastic. It is a moisturizer that is really thick, really rich, really occlusive, and not something that is formulated to be of concern for people with acne or oily prone skin. It's actually designed for people, it's actually designed to be put on a burn to help with wound healing. It has medicaside in it, or Centella asiatica, and it's got panthenol in it, which is a skin conditioning agent. I've really been loving putting this all over my face, and I put it on top of the ProCure Rosacare moisturizer. I love layering the two. I find that really just, I don't know, it really does, it's really a nice mambo combo of two moisturizers. No, you don't need both together. Just pick and choose which one you want, but they can be layered together. So anyways, loving that. But you guys, I made kind of a accident. I've got a ton of like La Roche Posay stuff in my arsenal, and I'm trying to use up some of the stuff, and I have a smaller tube here that looks very much like this, but I didn't notice that this is the SPF 50. So they actually make a sunscreen version of this in this line. It's not sold in the US, it's sold in the European market. This burns the eyes so much. Oh my goodness, I've been putting this on my face intermittently, accidentally, because I've been keeping them kind of next to each other, like, thinking, I have a smaller tube of this. No, I have a tube of the sunscreen, and I'm accidentally putting it on episodically. And when I put this on, it just burns the daylights out of my eyes. I mean, so much so, it's like you're walking through a cloud of pesticide smoke or something, like DEET or something. I don't know how to describe it. It is blinding. It is something I have had to jump in the shower to remove right away. I was just blinded by the light. So if you're looking to avoid sunscreens that sting, this would definitely be one. I don't even know off the top of my head what the filters are in this, but oh my gosh. And it's the kind of thing, I haven't even been putting this around my eyes directly, and it still does that blinding effect. So be really aware of that. Those of you in Europe who have access, comment below. You know, do you find that this particular one burns and stings? I would love to know. So yeah, that's the other fail. And then a product, it's not a fail, but something that I didn't realize when I reviewed or mentioned. It's another La Roche Posay. I reviewed the SHAKA fluid for you guys. This is a liquid sunscreen in the European market. That is fantastic. But one thing I came to realize after reading some of your comments and going back and looking at Roche Posay's website, the European website, and kind of forcing it to not redirect me to the American one where this is not available. They have this product and then they have the exact same one with fragrance in it. So the one I have says sans parfum, non-perfumed. Make sure you look for that because they have another one that looks identical to this but doesn't say that and has fragrance in it. So I think some of you might have accidentally got the one with fragrance because you mentioned like, oh, I got that sunscreen based on your reviews and I was so disappointed it has so much fragrance in it. So be careful. They do have one with fragrance in it that looks exactly like this. And also they make a tinted one that has fragrance in it. So yeah, be really careful about the fragrance thing. You definitely want to avoid that in your skincare products. Speaking of fragrance, my next disappoint, I'm very sad about, and you guys kind of brought it to my attention. Thank you so much. Several of you did. And that is the DERMA Advanced Collagen Peptide Moisturizer that I recommended for you guys in several videos. And in my video on peptide creams, I brought it up. I love it. I've loved it. It's a great moisturizer. My mom loves it. However, I was under the impression that was fragrance free. There's nothing on the ingredient list that speaks to me of fragrance. There's no essential oil listed. There's no fragrance ingredients that are listed. But in the on the DERMA website, on the product page, they have a product Q&A. Someone asked, "Hey, why does this smell a little bit like florally?" And the response was, "Oh, it's got lavender in it." And you guys pointed that out to me and I went and saw it on there and I was like, maybe that was a mistake on behalf of the representative because DERMA also has a similar product that is a serum and that clearly states on the label natural fragrance. So I was like, maybe the representative just misconstrued the product. I mean, honestly, being in customer service is a very draining thing. I can see how that would be something that you would easily make a mistake on. But no, come back a few days later and people have come back to that question and re-raised it and said, "Hey, I heard that somebody asked here about lavender. Is that true?" And they continue to say, "Yes, it is true. There is lavender in this. We forgot to put it on the label." Oh my gosh, that's terrible. So I've been recommending a product to you guys with fragrance in it. I had no way of knowing. The fact that they don't put it on the label is terrible, but honestly, it's the kind of thing that skincare products can get away with. It's really, really a shame. I wish they would figure that out, fix that. They need to fix that. I'm surprised they haven't. They really only address it down in the dugout, if you will, of the comments section. So that is a huge disappointment because I really liked a lot of DERMA products. So hopefully they'll correct it on the list. All right, and then one more product that I've kind of been experimenting with, and I really wasn't expecting much with it, but I do get questions about it, and it's kind of based on another product that I personally have loved and used, is the KLAIRS Midnight Blue Youth Activating Drop. You'll recall from my peptide moisturizer video that I personally really love and recommend their Midnight Blue Calming Cream. That product has peptides in it. It has Centella asiatica in it. I really love it. It works fantastic. It is a great moisturizer. But I've been trying out the drops, and these are, kind of like I expected, really gimmicky. EGF is epidermal growth factor, and that is something that is always touted in skincare brands and companies. They'll put that in cosmeceuticals, and if you'll recall back to I think I mentioned it in my review of Drunk Elephant, growth factors in skincare products are unlikely to be effective. And if they are effective, you have to question if they're actually safe. And here's the reason why. Growth factors, their epidermal growth factor, specifically EGF, is very important to keratinocyte biology and skin biology, and how the skin barrier repairs itself and all sorts of things. And so, you know, it's interesting the idea of putting this growth factor on, that it could, you know, be helpful for the skin and you know, theoretically. But epidermal growth factor also can stimulate the growth of malignant cells like skin cancers. In fact, epidermal growth factor inhibitors are a class of drugs used to treat lung cancers, to prevent the cancers become like EGF eating, kind of, you know, super responsive to it. And so the chemotherapies that are designed block that. So the idea that you would put EGF on your skin, if you had any pre-malignant skin cells, theoretically, that could be a risk in accelerating them. But I say theoretically because we don't have any data to show that, and it's just, by and large, it seems unlikely that EGF actually works in the skin, you know, in cosmeceuticals. But it's something jazzy that they're going to try and sell you, etc. So I got these, you know, thinking they'd be good like the moisturizer, and they're just not. I mean, I probably used about a third of the bottle, and first of all, it's really difficult to apply. It's just a loosey-goosey liquid, and runs all over your face. You know, you can pat it into the skin for whatever that's worth, but I really don't think this is helpful or useful. I think it's kind of gimmicky. I would just stick to the moisturizer. I think the moisturizer has peptides in it, which act as humectants, rather than actually changing, you know, the biology directly of your skin. And I think the moisturizer is a better product and works well. But this, I would say, skip. And it's, you know, been, like I expected, a disappointment. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, because, you know, sometimes I find out little things by surprise. So, you know, I think it's nice to kind of have these types of videos episodically to be like, hey, heads up, I found this out. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.